Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, and what I do is I collect autographs through the mail and just want to share with you my weekly recap and show who you might be able to get, maybe give you some ideas of who to send to. All address sites that I use to find who to send to are all down below in the description if you want to check that out. There's also my Facebook page and Instagram page if you're also interested in seeing some more of the collection. So we'll go ahead and get started here. These are going to be all kind of mixing out of order, but we'll just go with it. So first off, we got actor Patrick Curtis. He was in Gone with the Wind as a baby, so that's where he got his start a long time ago in Gone with the Wind. He also signed 2 photos for my friend Garrett, and they'll be going in his Christmas package since I sent out a huge package to him just the other day. But he was married to Raquel Welch for 5 years, in the late 60s to early 70s. And then got him another one that he signed for in gold, which looks pretty cool. So thank you, Mr. Curtis. Really appreciate you signing for me and my friend. Next up, I got some returns for Bruce here. Mr. Mike Bielecki signed 4 items. He signed 3 photos and 1 card, 1991 Flair. Jason Eek or Megan, if you need this for your set, just let me know. I'll be willing to give it to you guys. He signed a photo of the 1990 Upper Deck, 1991 Stadium Club, which is a cool set. I probably had his card at some point, but I couldn't find it in time. And then just a typical game shot, and all 3 of those I printed out myself. They were the lower quality pixels, so usually you can print those lower ones like under like the 800 by 1000 pixels on yourself, and they come out pretty good. Typically I don't like to send glossy, but that's kind of all I got. I've tried the matte and just didn't work out well for printing. Then I got one for Dustin Blake's Battle of the Decades contest, and also for my contest, or for Dustin's Junk Wax Johnson. My contest is the Battle of the Decades. I got both of them count towards it. 1990 Score, signed by Mike Tomczak. This is the last time I'll send it in because it's 3 times, and put Super Bowl 20 inscription there. Sent to his P.O. box, which came back a lot quicker than his business, in case you're looking. And then this one doesn't obviously count for the 90s, but I threw in a bonus. I had an extra card of his 89 Pro Set. So, cool return. Thank you, Mr. Tomczak. I won't be bothering you anymore. So that's the last I needed. And then I sent to the Oakland A's general manager, Billy Beane. I sent this card, came back the wrong person. I never realized that that's not him. I'll probably just keep this on there with the sticky note, honestly. I mean, kind of cool. The card's not in great shape anyways. But he did sign 2 photos, so the other one smeared on the back, unfortunately. I have gotten his autograph before from other people. I've just never actually sent to him. But he's a really good signer if you guys are ever looking. It actually kind of looks like he's changed his signature a little bit. It used to be just like a simple BB. Now it's still a BB, but it looks like he's put a little bit more detail into it, so it's kind of interesting. Then we got actor Alan Miller. He's I believe about 90. This is a show he did in Broadway a few years back. He actually sent a letter or a note about it. He says, "Dear Caleb, you have very good taste. I'm curious, this photo is from a play I was in at the Odyssey Theater called Broadway Bound. How did you get this?" with 3 question marks. Hope you're wonderfully well. All good wishes, Alan Miller. So I'll have to write him back a note and just let him know. Maybe I'll see if I can find the photo again and maybe make him a few copies. Maybe make him a few other ones, because there was a few others from this play. So that's usually what I like to do when I get a response like that. Just send them, just make them some copies so they can have for themselves. And then he put nicely with some cardboard there to help protect it. Then coming back from the UK, we got comedian actor Ricky Gervais. There he is in The Office in the UK version. Here he is from Night at the Museum. I love those movies. Very funny with Ben Stiller. And then here, signed in silver. Definitely not auto pen because the signatures are different. Hopefully they are actually him. They're not like a secretary. I don't know. Hopefully they're forwarding it or something to him. So pretty cool to get him. Then we got Mr. Stan Williams, who signed a couple photos for Garrett here. Former Dodgers pitcher. Put a lot of nice inscriptions on there. Here, this is a cool, it's like a magazine, 1961, the Dodger family. So, Garrett, thanks for your service. And then you include a couple extras. They're not signed, but they're still just a cool little added extra. Little printout he made. This one's for me. Oh, there we go. And then I just mentioned, you know, in my letters that me and my brother were working at Lowe's and stuff, so he put there for your bro. So thought that was cool. And he also put a bunch of little added cardboard inserts in there. And this one's kind of sad because it's a UK World War II veteran that sadly passed away. He was in the part of the British Atlantic convoy during D-Day. This is Stanley Everton. He was one of the guys who was helping drive those boats with all the soldiers on them. I believe is what he was doing, if I remember right. But sadly got a note. He had passed away. Kim had tried that address too. She got a couple days before me. So I kind of knew that I was coming back. So it's really sad to hear that we lost another World War II veteran. But my condolences to the Everton family. Just keep them in your thoughts and prayers. So just really sad that how many World War II veterans we lose all the time. Then finally, got a football return. I forgot to include just a few bucks donation. He doesn't necessarily require a donation, but just he's a good guy. Just throwing a few bucks every now and then. And I meant to do that, and I totally forgot. I totally sealed up the envelope and sent it off before I realized I wanted to put some dollars in there. So I got back from Mr. Rocky Blyer, Steelers running back, also is a Vietnam War veteran. So thanked him for his service. Signed in blue, looks really, really nice on this black and white. Looks really, really cool. Really pops. So Mr. Blyer, you picked a really nice marker there, so that's really awesome. And I love this photo. Look how cool this one looks. It's just amazing, honestly. Yeah. Let's say that'd have to be my favorite out of the group right there. It's really cool looking. And then he just wrote a little note here. It says, Caleb, thank you for the very nice letter. May I wish you all the best. Keep collecting, Rocky Blyer. So technically you got 4 signatures here. So that was a really cool, nice return there. And that is it. So I will do an update on the scores for the Battle of the Decades contest next Sunday. I think Chase might have already done an update for his team, or will at some point, but I'll do an update for the whole 70s and 90s here. So just make sure if you got something in for your team, just make sure you let me know or Chase know so we can get all those logged in for you. So that's it for Monday. I will hopefully have some more stuff for you either Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'll be right back in just a second, guys, so stay tuned. I am back to recap Tuesday through Thursday. I had some come in on Tuesday, got completely blanked on Wednesday, which is kind of to be expected, and then had some more mail on Thursday. So we'll start off with Tuesday's mail. I separated it out by the category here for you. Quite a few baseball so far this week. So first off, former Seattle Mariners left-handed pitcher Dave Fleming. He was a big-time prospect back in 1992, 1991 era. Never gotten back from him before, and then I got him on a photo. I was originally going to send 3 photos, but I found 2 cards before I sent off to him, so decided to sub out the cards for the 2 photos. Then sent to ESPN because he's working for them. Really good switch hitting first baseman. A lot of power. Can hit Gold Glover. Might have a shot at the Hall of Fame one of his days. You never know. Mr. Mark Teixeira. Signed 3 for me. All in the Yankees uniform. So pretty cool. He's been signing a bunch. Catching up on his mail the last couple months. So if you want to try and get him, send to the ESPN in Connecticut. And then one of the few bright spots in the Baltimore Orioles team, reliever Sean Armstrong. These are all photos of him with the Indians, but it's kind of all. He was at the time I sent him, he had been recently traded, I believe, to the Orioles. So signed 2 5x7s. So cool return from him. I was trying to do better with getting some more current MLB players, and just kind of like if I see that they're signing, just kind of send to them. So you might notice the obviously it's a little too late to be sending now, but I've sent a few out. So then we got a couple actors here, or an actor and a singer. Mickey Coon, who I tried before, I got returned to sender. Used the same address, so apparently it's kind of like an off-season home kind of deal, I guess, maybe. Like a winter home or summer home or something. But I think he was in Gone with the Wind, I want to say. It's either Gone with the Wind or It's a Wonderful Life or something like that. I'm totally blanking on that one. And then got one where he's with John Wayne there. So you know I love to send those requests out, John Wayne or Elvis or stuff like that. So pretty cool. Get him back, Mr. Mickey Coon. And finally got country singer Razzie Bailey, who signed 2 5x7s. And then he signed this one for Kim. And he wrote on the envelope, which is up there somewhere in that pile, we appreciate you and thanks. So just a nice little gesture. And then finally there was a return to sender coming back from Mr. Doug DeCinces. That's his new address, 115 Garnett Avenue, Newport Beach, California. 92662 1008, I believe. What that says. It's kind of hard to see. So forward time expired on that one. Probably not going to resend. He might require donation still. I'm not sure. I know he got into some trouble with some insider trading and went to jail for a little bit. So I don't know. Then we got Thursdays. We got one hockey return. Finally got a hockey return. It's been a while. Mr. Randy McKay. Signed a couple photos here with the New Jersey Devils. So very cool. Happy to finally get some hockey in. Then we got several more baseball. Pretty good left-handed hitter for a number of seasons with the Blue Jays and the Rangers, Mr. Frank Catalanato. He signed 3. Then we got Mr. Dave Burba, former Indians pitcher and played for also several other teams, but a good stint with the Indians. And here he is now. He's the coach. There's the Modesto Nuts. I don't know if he's still on the Modesto Nuts, honestly. I don't think I sent to the Modesto Nuts, but he was recently. So then we got former Diamondbacks pitching coach, pretty good pitcher for the Indians for quite a long time, Mr. Charles Nagy. Shout out to DeLong Shot Signatures for the idea on this one. So he got him back, and I've always wanted to send to him. Always pull out his cards and look up and see that he does not really sign it. So out of nowhere this year, he just seemed to start signing. So pretty cool. I don't think he was signing with the Diamondbacks back when they were like the best signing MLB team, but I never tried it, so I'm not sure. Then we got current, I believe, Dodgers pitcher now. I think that's where he's at. I think this is where I sent it to, Mr. Joe Kelly. He can throw pretty hard. Good right-handed relief pitcher. In the league. That's with the Red Sox, Dodgers. Might be another team in there. Then we have an actor return. This is for the Band of Brothers little project. Second try on this one. Saw he was signed again, so I thought I'd give it the Dodgers a shot again. This is actor Scott Grimes. And maybe I can really quick look up who he portrayed. If it'll load quickly. If not, here, while we're waiting for that, I'll show you the other one. I sent to this man quite a while ago, and I guess he must have kept my address and sent a little extra to promote his book. So this is Mr. Carmel Wetzel, World War II veteran. He was a POW. So here is, if you want to pre-order, just email right there. 2 cameras, 3wars@gmail.com to order his book. So that should be interesting to see. Let's see here. Put Scott Grimes real quick. Band of Brothers. He played Donald Malarkey. Okay, yeah, I should have remembered that one. Yeah. I don't know if I ever got Mr. Malarkey. I think I tried sending, but I don't think I ever got him. So, but we did get the actor who portrayed him, so that's pretty cool. So, again, there's Scott Grimes, and we got the real World War II veteran, or a real World War II veteran, Carmel Wetzel. So. That's it for this little segment. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow with some more mail for you. Alright, I'll see you in just a second, guys. Alrighty, I've got Friday's TTMs here. Another good amount. So the week's looking pretty good so far. Start off here with the baseball return. He signed 3 baseball cards for me. Former Cardinals pitcher, I believe he also played for the Yankees later, Mr. Bob Tewksbury. Good innings eater, didn't have a lot of strikeouts, but pitched to contact a lot and got outs. Put together a pretty decent career at this time. Also got the 91 Fleer, so I don't know if Chase or Megan needs that one yet or not. They might already have him since he's such a really good signer anyways. And then of course I got to send the 93 Flair. So pretty awesome. Definitely love these cards. They just look really nice there. So didn't prep it or anything either. I haven't had to prep these actually. Probably should, but I haven't had to, and they seem to come out just fine. Next up we got Mr. Barry Bonnell, who signed a photo of the 78 Tops with the Braves. There he is. Looks like he's either scoring a run or he just hit a home run. And here he is later on with the Mariners in '86. So he's a very good signer as well if you're looking to send to some baseball players. So football. How many more baseball here? Looks like we'll move on to football. Got Mr. Matt Cavanaugh. I believe he was a backup quarterback for Steve Grogan Patriots, and their backup quarterback with Joe Montana. The card was given to me by Kim Williams, so thank you, Kim. Another 82 Topps Patriots card that you gave me, I sent off to be signed. So thank you very much for that. I think that's one of the last ones that is out there too. So then got a racing return here. This is Mr. AJ Allmendinger. He signed 2 photos for me. So cool to get back from him pretty quickly also. We got a NASA return here. He signed, dedicated one to Kim and one to me. This is Mr. Richard Mullane. Signed a 5x7 and 4x6. Put one with Dream Big, and the other one all the best. Yeah. So we go to Kim, and then final one we got a World War II veteran for Garrett. This is Mr. Floyd Welch. He's a Pearl Harbor survivor from the USS Maryland. He signed the backside and put a few things in there. Came aboard the MD in March Maryland. The Maryland in March 1940. Left the Maryland in February 1946. I specialized in last something Hyro.compass. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. Might be talking about a Japanese ship. And then there's a whole bunch of his accomplishments right there. So if you want to pause that and read it, I'll let you do that. So that's really cool. So that'll be going in Garrett's package there, because I have got Mr. Welch before a few years ago, and I thought it'd be a cool one to send his way in his next package. And I think that's it. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back tomorrow and we'll open it up live and get a live response. So, and then I'll upload the whole entire video. So thanks for watching, guys. Alright, I've got Saturday's TTMs here. Do have one return to sender and 3 possible successes here. So first off, the return to sender is coming back from former Cubs starting pitcher Randy Wells. Looks like there wasn't even the right address to begin with, and wouldn't have mattered anyways because his address is that one. Oh, you focused for just a second and then you didn't want to. It's gonna work. Well, anyways, it's looks like 1000 North Milwaukee Avenue, Suite 1, Libertyville, Illinois 60048. So probably won't retry it. It's not a super big deal. So this is kind of a waste of a stamp. Saw somebody got him back from there, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I remember seeing him pitch on WGN all the time. The Rockies weren't on or something on the radio or whatever. I go see if the Cubs or White Sox were playing on channel 99 for me on the Xfinity. Here's the colored envelope. That means it's for Garrett, coming back from Metroplex, Michigan. This was sent out in May, so it's been out for 3 months now. Let's see who we got. Former Baltimore Orioles catcher, power hitting catcher, Chris Hoyles. Looks like he signed 2. I think that's all I sent him. I think I had a 3rd photo, but I forgot to include it, but that's alright. So very cool. Chris Hoyles. Pretty good player for the Orioles. A lot of power. So I had several of his cards, when I first started collecting. Next up we got Charlotte, North Carolina. This was sent out last month in July. Looks like there's a note. Oh. So he kept one of the photos that I found of him of a basketball player. That's alright. He wanted to know where I found it, so I might I'd like to get some made for my kids and grandchildren. So I might send him some copies if he would like that. But this is former Dolphins wide receiver, played up to about 1969, I think. Super Bowl 7 champion Carl Noonan. Put the 17 no inscription, all kinds of inscriptions there, so really cool. Oh, he played at 72, my bad. Here he is as an All-American, All Big Ten, college. Again, he did play basketball too, so that's the one more sent. And here's number 19, so pretty awesome there. So I'll have to write him back and see if I can reprint those photos for him or something. He said if I send him another one, he'll sign it. He wants to make copies, so yeah, I can do that. So thank you, Mr. Noonan. And then finally, coming back from Seattle, Washington. This was also sent back in May. So we got two a little bit older returns. I wonder who it could be. Oh, nice. That's all I got there. Alright. So he signed for one for me, one for Kim. This is former White Sox player. He also think for a little bit for the Yankees and several other teams. This is Mr. Brent Lillibridge. Could play outfield, and I think he also played a little bit of infield every now and then. It's kind of a utility guy. Said dream big, serve bigger. That's pretty cool. Oh, separator. And then this one also the same one. Or that one says serve bigger, and this one says learn bigger. Dream big and learn bigger. This one's to me. So Mr. Brent Lillibridge. So pretty cool. Also, I used to remember watching him on WGN when the White Sox were playing. So very awesome. Thank you, Mr. Lillibridge. So that's the 3 returns today and the return to senders. So hopefully you guys stay tuned for the whole episode. Really appreciate it if you did and you watched the whole thing. Let me know what you think of what I got this week, and let me know also what you got. Also, I'm going to be catching up with some videos this weekend and working on stuff, so very excited to go see what everybody else got. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you all later. Bye.